I feel like I should be like, hey.
No.
Yes, you know why I feel like I should do that? Because I love that you fight for human rights.
Yeah. Go on, youth, yeah, go on. Ease yourself, just keep it calm, youth, yeah, star. Only per pressure, I'm a corner. What time it hard to carry on? You no need no girl for turn to, no man for talk to. Feelings hurt on the journey so far.
Welcome, Success Family, my enlightened keepers of Øwayne Media, alongside our new arrivals to the channel. Holness seeks judicial review amidst Integrity Commission investigation. Mark Golding, PNP, confirms Vybz Kartel lawyer Isat Buchanan as candidate for East Portland. No confidence motion against Holness blocked by Parliament, and Mark Golding walks out in protest. So all these and more coming up right now. Alright, so Mark Golding, PNP, confirms Vybz Kartel lawyer Isat Buchanan as candidate for East Portland in the upcoming general election. Isat Buchanan replaces Colin Shaka fame Bell, who resigned last month due to a lack of support. Now some people are saying that Isat Buchanan, because Isat Buchanan previously represented Vybz Kartel, it reflects poorly on the PNP direction, and you know, they said that Mark Golding, PNP, gone to the dogs. However, these people misses the deeper significance of Isat Buchanan candidacy, right? Isat Buchanan is known for his community advocacy, strong connections with the people, and he want to focus on key issues such as education, healthcare, and economic growth, and that will position him as a true candidate who genuinely understand and will represent the people, right? Because Isat Buchanan is someone who advocates for human rights. And the funny thing about these people who have something to say about Mark Golding, PNP, you know, choosing Isat Buchanan, is that despite wanting representation, there's a disconnect among many voters who come from humble backgrounds. While they say they want someone who understands their struggles and live experience, they often distrust candidates from similar backgrounds. Instead of welcoming him as one of their own, some people are quick to tear him down because they prefer someone with a more disconnected elite background. What's interesting is that these same individuals often place their trust in leaders who do not share their experience or lack genuine empathy for their struggles. Now, once these leaders come from privileged background, then that's the man they will accept and put their trust in. And it really makes you think that the idea of change is more appealing in theory than in practice. People say they want leaders who will fight for their interests, but in reality, when someone from their own community steps up, they hesitate, and it's an internalized belief that only those from outside their socio-economic class can truly lead. Make it make sense. Alright, Prime Minister Holness has taken unprecedented steps by seeking a judicial review from the Supreme Court to challenge the Integrity Commission actions regarding his statutory declaration. Because the Integrity Commission flagged his 2021 and 2022 declaration as well as 3 of Holness companies, he's not happy about that. So the Integrity Commission recommended that the Tax Administration Jamaica and the Financial Investigation Division conduct probes into Holness and his companies. Alright, so for years the Integrity Commission has been recognized for its fairness and diligence in investigating public officials. It has maintained a reputation for holding politicians accountable regardless of their position. However, now that the spotlight is on Prime Minister Holness, he has chosen to contest the Integrity Commission findings in the court. Holness is going to extraordinary lengths to protect his reputation and avoid public scrutiny. So for me, this is Holness making a bold attempt to take shame over time, and he's determined right now to clear his name, and we know why he's so desperate, because if the Integrity Commission's investigations are valid and impartial, as they have always been to other officials, why is Holness now disputing their findings? The man is hiding something, right? Holness has no plans to take accountability for the issues raised by the Integrity Commission. Now, the fact of the matter is that Holness chosen to pursue legal actions rather than cooperate with the ongoing investigation. It only suggests that he is unwilling to address the Integrity Commission concern head on, and it's another tactic by Holness to evade responsibility and avoid transparency in a situation where accountability is extremely and very, very much important and crucial. Now, you and I know that Holness is aware of the political damage caused by these findings, and if he publicly challenged the Integrity Commission, he is attempting to regain control of the narrative and defend his integrity. However, he cannot fool us. He might fool some other people, but he cannot fool we, right? Because obviously Andrew Holness is more concerned with protecting his image than addressing the root of the issue at hand. All right, so a no confidence motion against Prime Minister Andrew Holness was shut down in Parliament by Deputy Speaker Øwayne Clark, who ruled that the motion is out of order. You know, when you say something to somebody and them just say, oh, I'm bigger than you, out of order, boy. One of them style, them give Mark Golding. Because Mark Golding is accusing Andrew Holness of breaching the ministerial code of conduct by failing to disclose an ongoing Integrity Commission investigation into illicit enrichment. So basically, Parliament shut down Mark Golding, no confidence, because they said Andrew Holness had recently filed a court case related to the investigation, which Mark Golding is saying this has no connection whatsoever. This is something totally different. But of course they will play fool to try to catch the wise. Now, in response to everything that took place, Mark Golding walked out of Parliament in protest, followed by several of his MPs. Mark Golding insisted that the Prime Minister failure to disclose the investigation violated the ministerial code and was a matter of public interest that should be addressed in Parliament. So this is Mark Golding addressing the entire situation.
I was prevented from doing so on what I regard to be a spurious basis, a basis that cannot hold water. The basis that was put forward was that the matters on which my motion was based are now sub judice. In other words, because the Prime Minister has apparently sought judicial review of certain matters arising from what the Integrity Commission has decided in relation to his matter. However, my motion is not dealing with the substance of that report, but is dealing with his own conduct as Prime Minister. And I wish to read the motion now so you can hear it. Whereas there is a ministerial code of conduct in place from 2002 that governs the conduct of members of the cabinet, and whereas the Prime Minister did not inform the people of Jamaica that he was being investigated by the Integrity Commission from as far back as August 2023 for illicit enrichment, and whereas the concealment of this information by the Prime Minister is a breach of the Ministerial Code of Conduct that guided the Prime Minister in removing from office ministers serving in the cabinet over which he presided, and whereas the annual reports of the Integrity Commission for 22-23 and for 23-24 stated that several members of Parliament, initially 6 and then 8, were under investigation for illicit enrichment, but none had come forward to disclose that he or she was under investigation. And whereas the Integrity Commission's investigation report on the 17th September 2024 tabled in Parliament named the Prime Minister as being under investigation for illicit enrichment. And whereas the Prime Minister, as Chairman of Cabinet, instructed members of Cabinet not to divulge the name of any member under investigation for illicit enrichment, contrary to the spirit of the Ministerial Code of Conduct. And whereas the actions of the Prime Minister have caused and continue to cause severe damage to the trust necessary for good order and respect for public office, be it resolved that this Honourable House condemns the Prime Minister for not maintaining ethical standards of transparency and openness in government. Secondly, censures the Prime Minister for his acts of covering up and concealment of the names, including his own, of those members of the Cabinet and/or Parliament of which he was and may still be aware, but has kept them in positions of influence in the Cabinet with the effect of further undermining public trust in the institutions of government, and declares that the actions of the Prime Minister have severely undermined his credibility and trustworthiness, and that he no longer enjoys the confidence of this House. That was the motion that was to be put forward today and hopefully debated next week. We did not want
All right, so that was Mark Golding, delivering the speech with his MPs, criticizing the decision to block the motion and reiterating the importance of transparency and integrity in public office, right? So thank you for watching. That's the video for today. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the subscribe, thanks for the views, thanks for the comments. As always, I'm out.